by the way, my friends, is called as progressive overload. Simply put, increasing the load over time to trigger new adaptations and muscle growth. Fitness is not a destination, it's a way of life. It's a journey. Always wondered why exercising is very important? Well, we will learn how our body reacts to an exercise and how it grows in this video. Our body always wants to achieve homeostasis, a state of balance. The fight or flight response is the first reaction that occurs when we perceive a threat or a danger. And in order to protect us, our body will quickly take actions against it to keep us away from these threats, of course. For example, if you have an interview lined up at 10 a.m. and you are running late, really late, you start feeling stressed on how to get there, right? Isn't it? Yeah. Then you will start to seeing certain physical changes that are happening, like your heart rate start going up, your blood pressure increases. Some people start breathing heavily. Some people sweat a lot. Your palms, they sweat a lot. Well, your body is showing you signs that you are stressed. Our body constantly tries to adapt to bring back the balance which it has lost. When you work out, there is a stress that's generated. Now, our body tries to adapt. In doing so, it gets better and better with each workout that you do. Now, this is explained by the concept of general adaptation syndrome, GAS. Now, I will be explaining all this with regards to our workout. Now there are 3 stages to GAS, general adaptation syndrome, of course. The first stage is called as alarm reaction stage. So when we work out, stress is generated and it activates the stress response system. Our hypothalamus releases glucocorticoids, which triggers the release of adrenaline and cortisol. Now cortisol is a stress hormone and adrenaline gives the person a boost of energy. Your heart rate increases and your BP rises. In the second stage, that's the resistance. In this stage, our body attempts to bring ourselves into pre-stress levels. Now, this is done by our ANS, autonomic nervous system. By reducing the cortisol produced, your heart rate and your BP begins to reduce back to normal. So, when the stress is prolonged or repeated, our body will adapt so that it can cope up with the stress, and in doing so, we get better at handling that particular stress. For example, when we are training our biceps by doing a bicep curl, with a particular weight, our body will adapt and get better. So each time you do the same workout, you will see that you are getting better. Have you not experienced this? However, if the stressor remains, the body will stay in a state of alert and stress hormone continues to be produced. This is bad. This can make a person struggling to concentrate and it becomes irritable for the person. Now, the third and the final stage is called as exhaustion. When you are stressed continuously without any break for too long, then our body finds it difficult to hold to the adaptation and then it begins to diminish its performance. For example, if you do heavy deadlifts every day, you will see that you are not progressing and you feel tired. You can also feel tired, depressed, anxiety increases. Also, you will feel unable to cope up. The best way out is to rest it out. If we provide the perfect level of stress, our body will improve, which is called as Eustress. When the stress is low, then there is no adaptation that is happening. And if it is too high, your body will enter exhaustion phase, that is distress. So the perfect balance is to strike the Eustress phase, wherein our body can adapt and change accordingly in order to make progress. So with every workout session we add, our body should be able to adapt to the stress. Only then we can make gains. So in short, our gains can be defined as adaptation minus stress, and that's gains for you. So for example, when we are doing a barbell bicep curl, if we do only one set and take it close to failure, like 2 or 3 reps in reserve, that is RIR, our body will adapt to the stress and get better. So if we do 2 sets, we have double the improvement and so on. But on the contrary, if we take all the 3 sets to failure and exhaust our muscle, then we'll have to rest it out to perform well again, and we might not get to train that bicep body part again that week since it's fatigue. And are you going to make any progress then? No, you're not going to make any progress. If we were smart enough, we would have planned accordingly, then we could have squeezed one more workout for your biceps, and that would have helped to adapt to the stress and get better. That is, you make twice the gains. Hence, working out smartly is the key. So our focus should be to eliminate the excess work which is not going to be any beneficial for our growth. So in order to sum it up, our body improves when the body adapts to the stress and gets better at handling the stress. After a point, it will reach a state wherein your body won't adapt to the same stress levels. There is no improvement is seen from the same workout with the same sets and the rest. So the only way out to progress is increasing the difficulty of your training, that too slowly, so that you trigger adaptation and not to distress yourself out. This, by the way, my friends, is called as progressive overload. Simply put, increasing the load over time to trigger new adaptations and muscle growth. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, and also while you're at it, do subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. I come up with awesome videos every week.